What's good, Internet? My name is attackslug, and welcome back to my Let's Play of WWE 2K17, my career mode, here on a fine Friday, fighting the Vaudevillains on NXT in our never-ending quest to get to rank 3, and hopefully fighting the guys who are rank 2, and hopefully winning will give us another spot up that ladder to hit that rank 3 and then challenge the NXT Tag Team Champions, and after that, finally go back to the main roster. I guess we're not having this match against the Vaudevillains because it's giving me the option to run in here. And what if I don't want to run in? What if I don't want to run in? What if I want to have a match? What if I legitimately want to have this match as a tag team match and not run in? I don't know what's going to happen here. I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait. Because I literally don't know how the game would handle the fact that I have entrances turned off, right? And I didn't choose to run in on the Vaudevillains. So, therefore, when I do not hit the X button, what will the game do? Will the match just take place as normal? And if so, what was the point of having this whole entrance thing happen in the first place? Alright, entrance coming to a close, which I think means it's time for myself and my tag team partner to come to the ring. Or perhaps they'll just move on to the next match. Yeah, that was... So, you have the option, apparently, to not run in when the game wants you to run in. That's really weird. Like, did no one think that would seem strange? Or do they assume that everyone's going to run in because they give you the option? Think about that in kayfabe. The Vaudevillains came all the way to the ring, and then nothing happened. Myself and Joe just never showed up. That's really weird. Anyway, I'm fighting Nakamura again because, fuck, I don't know, man. And here I thought the game would let me have a tag match because I'm in the tag division. Imagine that. Imagine that. Oh, well. Anyway, Friday's here. It is Royal Rumble weekend, and there are things to discuss for wrestling. Not a whole lot of them, but there are things to discuss for the wrestling. But before that, we have a programming note here that is actually kind of significant in terms of future programming, which is to say, if you did not watch Grimm's second channel last night, that taco video where Todd totally broke his thumb because he's an idiot. Yeah, well, obviously, you need your damn thumbs to play video games. That makes Perplexing Pixels gonna be kind of difficult until we learn the full extent of, the damage. I don't think he's gone to the doctor yet, so he probably should do that. Now, have no fear, this week's Pixels, obviously, we filmed that on Tuesday. So, we normally film either on Tuesday or Thursday. And so we definitely filmed it on Tuesday. That is already up. By the time you're watching this, that's already up. So I guess go watch that. But that does questionably put some things up in the air in terms of the next couple of weeks, I would imagine. Perplexing Pixels is obviously not going to go anywhere, but it's kind of a different show when he's not actually playing the games, because that's kind of the whole point of the show, is to make him play the games. So, I don't know. It just happened last night, so I haven't, gotten too deep into what in the blue hell we're gonna do. I will say, unfortunately, for the time being, nice sunset flip. Come on, ref! Come on, ref! Out of position. He was looking at Emma. He was too busy looking at Emma, to, do that shit. Come on now. That's fuck you. No, Nakamura. No. So yeah, that does leave Pixels in a bit of a conundrum, but especially the plan for next week was A, to film Resident Evil 7, which I have, obviously, and B, to do a bonus Pixel of Resident Evil 7 in VR. Now, here's the problem there. While in the standard game, I can certainly play the game and Grim can make comments and that kind of thing. That shouldn't make things too different, but when it comes to virtual reality, if you are in a VR headset and someone else is controlling your character, that is the fastest way to get super fucking nauseous, so we can't do that. We have to wait until his thumb is better to actually have him play Resident Evil 7 in VR. Trust me, no one is more mad about this than I am. Because, you know, I plan things out pretty far in ahead, and, you know, I try to have a good schedule and whatnot, and Todd just totally screwed me here. Totally screwed me here. So yeah, that's the current plan. And we've got upcoming games like Hitman and Yakuza 0, Horizon's coming up in February. What's that other game coming up? For Honor. Is that, like, all these games that, you know, I was going to have him play, and I don't know, you know, what the potential, you know, short-term stuff on his thumb is. So, things might be a little bit screwy for at least a couple of weeks. Just letting you guys know ahead of time. Because, yeah, that's just... you deal with the hand you're dealt, and you go about your business. So, we'll see how that impacts this show, or not this show, but Pixels moving forward for the month of, say, February. Because I don't know how damaged it is, and I don't know how long it takes for a broken thumb to heal until you can play video games again. So that's kind of a problem. Anyway, I beat Nakamura again. I did figure out why my comeback wasn't working. It's because I had to be running into the corner and then hit triangle for it to work. And I had forgotten that was the case. Watch out, Emma. Get a little bit close there, Emma. Relax yourself. Relax yourself. As we hit Nakamura with some signatures and finishers on the outside. That's fine. Is what it is. And we will hit this thing that I need to change at some point, but not today. Perhaps for Moveset Monday. Over. Here's Toya. Oh, hey. A tag team match. Playa. Will this one actually go through, or will I get the same shit as last time? Well, let's find out. Now then, I have certainly, on this show, had my fair share of interactions and feuds and whatnot with Enzo. Big Cass, however, is a bit of an unknown, so I'll be curious to see how he is handled here and how much tougher he is, because I definitely ran through Enzo in those feuds and whatnot. Pretty rough shod, so we'll see how Big Cass perhaps evens the odds in that equation. Anyway, wrestling news, there is a little bit. The biggest story yesterday was the future of Kenny Omega, and what was going to go on there, and he made some, did some interviews, made some statements, and he is apparently going back to New Japan, but as of right now, is not actually signed. He's going back to renegotiate his contract in February. But that means he will not be in the Royal Rumble, as there was such rampant speculation on that business. And so, you know, don't expect to see him on Sunday. But it's weird, because he said, oh yeah, I'm going to go back and then I'm going to, you know, go to sign another 1-year deal. And I'm like, sure, okay. Like, I thought after all those guys left last year, that they were going to be signing multi-year deals, to not have any kind of major talent exodus at the same time, at the beginning of the year. But is what it is. Samoa Joe get the job done here. Good job, Joe. Good job. In any event, Omega certainly has a lot of leverage, considering his, performance at Wrestle Kingdom and the amount of new subscribers that they got for their online service and everything else. Omega certainly had a bit to do with that, so I'll be very curious to see what kind of deal he gets and how significant he is booked in the year 2017. Because if you're only signing a year deal, they're probably not going to, put you over as the top guy, because you're not going to be... They don't know if you're going to hang around or not, So, I'll be very curious to see how they book him this year, and especially going into Wrestle Kingdom 12 next January. In any event, Samoa Joe, you shouldn't be getting your ass kicked by Enzo. It's Enzo. Come on now. Tag me in. Tag me in, Joe. Tag me in. There was a conference call with Triple H for something, where he said he was not particularly happy with NXT right now, which is kind of a weird thing to say right before one of your biggest shows of the year with TakeOver, but what do I know? Nice suplex. Follows it up with the elbow. That was a good combination. I like that. And the thing with NXT right now, like, I can understand where the average fan might not watch the weekly shows, but then would definitely watch the TakeOver show, you know, and you obviously want people watching the weekly show, but, you know, if you're not creating as compelling of a bit of content, then that's gonna, you know, I guess the numbers are dipping, or, I don't know. I don't know, but that is the current thing, is that he's not happy with it, so I suppose we'll see where that goes in the future. Whether or not there are any big changes. Now, obviously, they've called up a lot of their top guys, and they've also had a lot of injuries. So those two things combined kind of, you know, are going to hurt the brand a bit as your third pillar and whatever else. But the last bit of news here is that because of those, because I'm getting punched here. Because of those reports yesterday about Randy Orton winning the Rumble and Bray Wyatt winning the belt at the Chamber and then a match for Mania, there's been a change in the betting odds for the Rumble, and now Orton is a heavy favorite, which, look, if you're sports betting on wrestling, there's only one person should be sports betting on wrestling, and that's literally Vince McMahon, because he decides who wins and who loses. Like, nobody else should even bother. Like, it's one thing to have, you know, a casual bet with your friends, but if you're betting at Vegas on wrestling, what are you doing? Like, these things can change up to the last minute. Like, when the streak got broken, that was decided that day, like hours beforehand, according to Shawn Michaels. So, yeah. In any event, the betting odds have changed, and now Randy Orton is the favorite to go over at the Rumble. Now, I will have up my Rumble predictions for this channel at some point this evening, usually around 8 p.m.-ish. So that will be, like, I'm sitting here with it all mapped out. I don't know who I'm calling it. I literally don't know who I'm calling it, because this year is trickier than most. There are a lot of good people in this year's this year's Rumble. And now myself and Joe have beaten the ex-NXT champions, who were champions up until just recently. So that should count for something, I would imagine. I would hope. Yeah, you and me, buddy. You and me. Going to the top. But no such luck on a rank increase. Ain't that a shame? Ain't that a shame? Because they're number 2. You know, that should have helped me tremendously in terms of my ranking and whatnot. And also, American Alpha climbed back up to number 4. How the fuck did that happen? They were on the losing end of that feud. They were down to, like, number 8, and now they're back up to number 4. Some nonsense. Some absolute nonsense. Hogwash. Whatever. Because tomorrow, guess what? I'm fighting Nakamura again for absolutely no reason. I mean, hey, could I fight Baron Corbin again? Come on. Anyway, I'm attackslug. Thanks for watching. More videos every day. And I'll see you next time. Right here on this channel. And I'm out.